Can you identify this ancient structure? No prize for guessing. This is Colosseum of Rome. Last night I was reading story about a young slave who was going to have a match in this Colosseum with a lion. If he wins the match, he was going to be rich and famous for life. And if he lost, then well, lion was going to have a great supper that day. He was not given any weapon or any tool, and he was pushed into the arena. The emperor gave the signal for lion to come, and the lion was let loose. This lion started dashing towards the slave, dancing, roaring, shouting, and the slave started running inside the arena for his life. Very soon he realized that if he keeps running like this, he will finish off his energy. And then finally, this lion is going to kill him. So he took a Mentos and popped it. और उसकी दिमाग की बत्ती जल गई. So he came up with this bright idea. He started running towards the lion. He took a right buckle, jumped onto the back of the lion, and said something in his ear. This lion immediately stopped roaring and froze for a few seconds. And then this lion looked towards its right, looked towards its left, and scooted straight into his den. This entire Colosseum went nut. This young slave has won the match. So the crowd came rushing, and they garlanded this boy, lifted him up on their shoulders, and produced him before the king. Now the king was surprised on the awkward behavior of this beast. He told the slave, I will give you gold equivalent to your weight. But before that, tell me, what have you whispered into the eyes of lion? The slave said, well, I told the lion that it's a tradition in Colosseum. The winner gives the speech. So respected Toastmaster Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Whether it is a lion or a Toastmaster, all of us have something called glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. The research shows that this fear of stage or fear of public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. Death comes at the second place. That means we love sleeping in the coffin than to go on stage and face the crowd. There is this famous writer, Mark Twain, American. He said, it usually takes more than 3 weeks to prepare for impromptu speech, extempore we call. And there are 2 kinds of speakers. One, nervous, and others are shy. But you will be happy to know that both experienced speakers as well as the speaker who are new in this field are nervous before every speech. So today I'll cover this session in 3 parts. In part 1, we will talk about what are the fears which trigger anxiety into our minds. In part 2, we will try to learn, understand what are the symptoms of anxiety. And part 3, and the most important part, in which we will learn the techniques to really win over your stage fear. There are several fears which basically trigger your anxiety. The first one is new and unknown situations. In a new place, a new experience are very stressful. If you are in a situation where you don't know what to do, or you don't know what is going to come, your anxiety levels shoots up, right? Who are the married people here? My sympathy with all of you. Just imagine, after office hours, you have gone for a party with your dear one or ones. And you have not informed about this party to your better half. You have gone to a pub, the party is in full swing, a lot of loud music is going in the background, and suddenly you see your phone. Your wife is ringing you. Think of a devil.
Then wife is there.
And then, now you don't know what to do. Whether you should rush out of the pub to avoid that background music, whether to receive the call or leave the call, I'm sure your anxiety level will shoot. Right? The second is risk of failure. Right from our childhood, we have been hardwired in our mind that you have to come first in your class. You have to win all competitions. Drawing competition, essay competition, dance competition, drama competition. You have to win medals in every possible track and field event. We have been terrified that if you don't come first in the class, you will not get admission in good college, right? You will not get job in good companies. You will not get good spouse. Nobody taught us how to handle failures. The slightest fear of failure makes us nervous. And the third one is potential of being foolish. All of us want to succeed with pride. The slightest thought of being an idiot on the stage makes us destabilize, makes us nervous. The next one is possibility of boring audience. All of us as a speaker want to connect with the audience, want to give a clear message to them. But the moment we feel that what our audience will think about us, will they get connected with us, our nervousness starts shooting up. When you go on stage, these fears will destabilize you. Now that we have understood some fears which trigger your anxiety, let's see what this triggers do to your body. Think about a difficult or a dangerous situation. Suppose a massive bear has attacked you. Bear, balloon, right? Has attacked you. Now your body will start pumping big quantity of adrenaline hormone automatically. So your heartbeat goes up, start pumping a lot of blood into your muscles, into your brain. The glucose level in the blood goes up. for a moment we become superhuman being. And we get lot of energy to become very active. We either go and fight with a bear, or we become so active that we can run away. This is wonderfully done by our body without any stimulus. It happens automatically. But this adrenaline rush do a lot of undesirable things. The first one is your blood pressure goes up because it's pumping a lot of blood into your body. You start feeling uneasiness in your stomach. The butterflies start dancing here. Sometimes your hands start shaking. If you are holding some notes or you are holding your speech script, you start tapping like this, and all the audience notices it. You can't really tap it like this. You start feeling lightheadedness. And the most difficult, dizziness. You start getting a temporary feeling that you are not able to maintain your balance, and you will fall down. Whenever you go on stage next time, you are going to encounter all these symptoms. Now we have learned what are the fears which trigger anxiety into our body, how our body responds to these anxiety attacks. Now we learn the techniques to deal or win these stage fears. There are basically three major techniques or three major methods to win over your anxiety and stage fear. The first one is experience. Without an iota of doubt, the famous adage, practice makes a man perfect, is bang on target. It is scientifically proven that if you practice your speech, your anxiety level goes down. How many of you have heard the speech of Amitabh Bachchan during our Reliance Family Day function? How was it?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Perfect, right? But do you know, Amitabh Bachchan has practiced at least 100 times here in RCP before giving speech. He used to come at 11 p.m. and used to practice with Shah Rukh Khan and entire Ambani family till 4-5 a.m. consecutively 3 days. So if you want to really give a terrific speech, there is no shortcuts. You have to do a lot of hard work. Practice in front of mirror. Practice with your family members. Practice with your friends. They are the one who will give you right feedback without any meeting around the bushes, like we have that sandwich method of evaluation. Deliver a speech in this forum. This is a very receptive and positive place to give your speech. Very supportive environment. Give a speech in other clubs. Give a speech in other professional forums, visit other clubs, other social forums. Practice as much as possible. You should practice so much that the speech gets engraved in your mind and heart. And when you go on stage, you are not bothered about the content. You are not bothered about your body language. Your entire focus is audience, and you are giving them great experience. This can happen only when you rehearse, when you practice. Practice, practice, practice. The second technique is visualization. Whenever we are faced with adverse situation, it is generally seen that we think always negative. Whenever my son doesn't pick up his phone during late evenings, my wife will go into the bouts of anxiety and nervousness. And when my son comes in one piece, and gives some very valid reason for not taking the call, she goes back to normal. But then the number of negative thoughts which travel through our mind during that span of our gives us a lot of anxiety and nervousness. So we should try to spend our time on positive thought than negativity before any speech. Same is applicable for any stage performance. You should keep reassuring yourself time and again, telling that I am the best speaker, I am the best speaker. I will give a terrific performance. I will rock the stage. You should keep repeating this in your mind. This will give you boost of energy and this will boost your morale and your confidence will go up. You should close your eyes, go through the entire event in your mind and then vividly describe those successful moments. They'll give you a lot of confidence. So let's practice one such session today. How to visualize a success. So please close your eyes. All of you. No cheating please. Just visualize that you are sitting in the central hall of Westminster in London. And you are waiting for your turn of speech in the international speech contest. The master of ceremony has given your introduction. He has announced your name. Now you are walking towards the stage. Your head held high. You are smiling and waving towards your audience. You are delivering a terrific speech with full energy. And you have not forgotten any single line. You have mesmerized your audience with your words, with your body language, with your vocal variety. Entire audience is giving you a standing ovation. The results are being announced. You have won the international speech contest. Now open your eyes. How do you feel?
Very good.
Top of the word. Excellent. This is the excellent time-proven technique to give boost to your morale before going on stage. You must try this. The last and final technique is relaxation. Since our mind and body are connected, if our anxiety levels are high, we start feeling a lot of physical stress, right? A lot of my fellow Toastmasters have told me that when their turn comes to go on stage and give their performance, their nervousness started going up. If you also feel same things, then you should start taking long breaths. Because when you take long breaths, your entire lungs are being used. You are inhaling a lot of oxygen and a lot of oxygen going into your body. So this increases blood supply into your brain and your muscles and you start feeling relaxed. You should take water and keep yourself hydrated. If you have a long speech, don't drink too much of water because you have to cut short your speech due to your pressure in the bladder. And there is something called isometric exercises. Like you basically raise your hands parallel to the ground, start taking clockwise 10 rounds, then anti-clockwise 10 rounds. This is called isometric exercise. These exercises releases your tension because this increases the blood pressure in your body. So these are 3 techniques: visualization, relaxation, and experience. If you practice them, you can win over your stage fear. This is a very famous speaker, American, very versatile speaker. He said that 90% of how well the talk will go is determined before the speaker steps onto the platform. So next time, before going on stage, if you feel that your heart is pumping like a hammer, butterflies are dancing in your stomach, and your legs are shaking like building is an earthquake, you should do 3 things. First, you should visualize positive thing about your performance. Second, you should take long breaths and keep yourself hydrated. And third and final, you should practice as much as possible that there is no space left for fear. If you follow this, you will rock the stage. Over to Toastmasters Day.